Political fault lines in Zanu-pf, the BBI document, Chiwenga's dissent, and Mnangagwa's term extension. Zimbabwe's ruling party, Zanu-pf, is facing internal turbulence following the emergence of a controversial document known as the Building Bridges Initiative, BBI. Allegedly authored by exiled former minister Jonathan Moyo, the BBI has sparked divisions within the party, particularly between President Emmerson Mnangagwa's camp and that of Vice President General Constantino Chiwenga. The situation is further complicated by the recent passing of Resolution Number 1, which hints at a possible extension of Mnangagwa's presidential term. This report analyzes the implications of these developments and explores two potential scenarios that could deepen divisions within Zanu-pf. The BBI document, Origins and Content. The Building Bridges Initiative, BBI, is a political document that has recently surfaced in Zimbabwean political discourse. While its full contents remain undisclosed, it is believed to propose reforms aimed at fostering unity within Zanu-pf and the broader political landscape. However, critics argue that the document is a strategic tool designed to consolidate Mnangagwa's power and marginalize dissenting voices within the party. The BBI reportedly outlines mechanisms for political reconciliation, institutional reforms, and succession planning. Its emergence has coincided with growing speculation about Mnangagwa's intentions to extend his rule beyond the constitutionally mandated 2 terms. The document also appears to advocate for a more centralized leadership structure, which could diminish the influence of traditional power brokers within Zanu-pf, including military-aligned factions. Supporters of the BBI argue that it is a necessary step toward modernizing Zimbabwe's political institutions and ensuring long-term stability. They claim that the initiative promotes inclusivity and seeks to heal historical wounds within the party and the nation. However, detractors view it as a thinly veiled attempt to entrench Mnangagwa's authority and suppress internal opposition. Jonathan Moyo, a former Zanu-pf minister and political strategist now living in exile, is rumored to be the author of the BBI document. Moyo has long been a controversial figure in Zimbabwean politics, known for his intellectual prowess and shifting allegiances. His alleged involvement has added a layer of intrigue and suspicion to the BBI's reception. If Moyo is indeed behind the document, it raises questions about the motivations and legitimacy of the initiative. Some party insiders view it as an attempt by Mnangagwa to co-opt Moyo's strategic acumen to outmaneuver rivals, particularly Chiwenga. Others see it as a betrayal of the party's revolutionary ethos and a move toward technocratic authoritarianism. Moyo's history of political maneuvering and his role in shaping Zanu-pf's media and propaganda strategies make his alleged involvement particularly contentious. His re-emergence in the political arena, even from exile, suggests a recalibration of alliances and a potential shift in the ideological direction of the party. Vice President Chiwenga, a key figure in the 2017 coup that ousted Robert Mugabe and installed Mnangagwa, is reportedly unhappy with the BBI and the broader direction of the party. His discontent stems from concerns about Mnangagwa's consolidation of power and the sidelining of military-aligned factions within Zanu-pf. Chiwenga's reaction is significant given his influence within the military and his role in shaping the party's leadership. His dissatisfaction could signal a brewing power struggle, reminiscent of the factionalism that plagued Zanu-pf during Mugabe's final years. If Chiwenga chooses to challenge Mnangagwa, it could lead to a major realignment within the party and potentially destabilize the government. Reports suggest that Chiwenga has been quietly rallying support among key military and political figures, preparing for a possible confrontation. His stance reflects broader concerns within the party about the erosion of collective leadership and the rise of personalized rule. The tension between Chiwenga and Mnangagwa underscores the fragile balance of power within Zanu-pf and the risks of internal discord. At the recent Zanu-pf Congress, Resolution number 1 was passed, which many interpret as a precursor to extending Mnangagwa's term beyond the constitutional limit. The resolution emphasizes the need for continuity and stability, framing Mnangagwa as the indispensable leader for Zimbabwe's future. This move has sparked controversy both within and outside the party. Critics argue that it undermines democratic principles and sets a dangerous precedent. Supporters claim it is necessary to maintain the momentum of economic and political reforms initiated under Mnangagwa's leadership. The resolution has also intensified internal divisions, with some party members viewing it as a power grab that disregards the party's founding values and the sacrifices of its liberation heroes. Legal experts have raised concerns about the constitutional implications of such an extension, warning that it could trigger a crisis of legitimacy and erode public trust in democratic institutions. Moreover, the resolution has prompted speculation about potential amendments to the Constitution, which would require a two-thirds majority in Parliament. Achieving such a majority may necessitate political maneuvering and alliances that could further strain intra-party relations. Scenario 1, Chiwenga challenges Mnangagwa. In this scenario, Chiwenga mobilizes support within the military and party structures to oppose Mnangagwa's term extension. This could lead to factional splits. Zanu-pf could fracture into rival camps, with one supporting Mnangagwa and the other backing Chiwenga. The emergence of a breakaway faction could weaken the party's electoral prospects and erode its dominance. Institutional paralysis. Government operations may be disrupted as loyalty conflicts emerge within key institutions. Civil service, security forces, and state-owned enterprises could become battlegrounds for competing interests. Public unrest. The power struggle could spill into the streets, leading to protests and civil disobedience. Civil society groups and opposition parties may seize the opportunity to mobilize against perceived authoritarianism. International condemnation. The global community may view the conflict as a sign of instability, affecting foreign investment and diplomatic relations. Sanctions and aid conditionalities could be reimposed, further straining the economy. Scenario 2. Mnangagwa consolidates power. In this scenario, Mnangagwa successfully extends his term and neutralizes opposition within the party. This could result in authoritarian drift. Zimbabwe may move toward a more centralized and authoritarian governance model. Civil liberties and political freedoms could be curtailed and dissent suppressed. Marginalization of military factions. Chiwenga and his allies could be sidelined, weakening the military's influence in politics. This may lead to a reconfiguration of power dynamics within Zanu-pf. Policy continuity. Mnangagwa's reform agenda may proceed without interruption, potentially yielding economic benefits. Infrastructure projects, investment initiatives, and regional diplomacy could gain momentum. Internal resentment, discontent may simmer beneath the surface, leading to future instability. Disaffected party members may resort to covert resistance or align with opposition forces. The unfolding drama within Zanu-pf has significant implications for Zimbabwe's political trajectory. The potential extension of Mnangagwa's term, coupled with internal dissent, could reshape the country's governance model and its relationship with the international community. Domestically, the crisis may erode public confidence in democratic processes and deepen political apathy. citizens who perceive the ruling elite as self-serving may disengage from civic participation, weakening the foundations of representative governance. Regionally, Zimbabwe's instability could have ripple effects across southern Africa. Neighboring countries may face increased migration pressures, while regional bodies like SADC may be called upon to mediate political disputes. Internationally, Zimbabwe's political developments will be closely watched by donors, investors, and human rights organizations. The country's ability to attract foreign investment and secure development assistance may hinge on its commitment to democratic norms and political stability. The emergence of the BBI document, the alleged involvement of Jonathan Moyo, and the passing of Resolution Number 1 have exposed deep fault lines within Zanu-pf. General Chiwenga's dissatisfaction adds a volatile element to the mix, raising the specter of a renewed power struggle. As Zimbabwe navigates these complex dynamics, the future of its ruling party, and indeed its political stability, hangs in the balance. Whether Mnangagwa succeeds in extending his term or faces internal resistance, the coming months will be critical in shaping the trajectory of Zimbabwean politics. Stakeholders within and outside the country must closely monitor these developments to anticipate potential outcomes and support democratic governance. Ultimately, the resolution of these tensions will determine whether Zimbabwe moves toward greater unity and reform or descends into renewed authoritarianism and instability. The choices made by Zanu-pf leaders will not only affect their party but also the lives of millions of Zimbabweans yearning for a more just and prosperous future. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe,